So it seems that the situation with DrDisrespect has come to a close. Allegations were made. He said he wasn't going to, well, at least live, he said he wasn't really going to talk about him. He did make a statement on Twitter that wasn't really good enough, and then he actually made an official, statement on Twitter. So before we get to that official statement, let's go ahead and run back through how we got here in the beginning. So we originally got here after Cody Connors, who is an ex-Twitter, ex-Twitch employee, has, was an ex-Twitch employee, has made a statement saying he got banned because he got caught sexting a minor, and then in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read in plain text, case closed gang. And then Jake Lucky said a former Twitch employee has come forward and stated that the alleged reason for DrDisrespect's permanent Twitch ban being for sexting a minor in the previous Twitch Whispers product. Now, when Cody Connors originally made this statement, people were just, trying to figure out who he was talking about. There were some people wondering if it was DrDisrespect. There were some people who weren't quite sure. Or it could have been a completely other Twitch streamer. And then Jake Lucky just said, I'm gonna put it out there, it's DrDisrespect. And then I have to wonder, if DrDisrespect never made this comment right here, what would have happened? Obviously, people would have questioned, hey, was it you? And he could have just been like, well, what do you think? And, not giving it any push or whatever. But he did say, he responded saying, Jake, seriously, I get it. It's a hot topic, but this has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged, and they paid out the whole contract. So this obviously let everybody know that, yeah, he was talking, that DrDisrespect was the one that Cody was originally talking about. So things, obviously people were like, hey, yo, these are serious allegations. That this statement right here is not good enough as a response. Like, we actually need something. We need to know what's going on. And no, we need more to it than that. Now, DrDisrespect today came out with an official, response. Another response. Better response than his last one, I should say. Let's go ahead and go through that real quick. It says, the Twitch ban. Hello, I'd like to make a quick statement. Let's cut the fucking bullshit. As you know, there's no filter with me. Well, I mean, technically, there's no filter in your language, at least, and how you speak and approach things. But this has gone on for what? How long? Like since 2017 or something like that. But or 3 years ago or something. I don't know. But I understand that there may have been an NDA, so he couldn't speak before. But that was basically, an NDA is still basically a filter. So he could have, I think a better wording here would have been more like, the filter is finally off or something like that. Or I don't know, but that's just nitpicking. Continues, I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about. That's fair. And I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. Okay. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Game Studio. Shout out to that. Good start. Question though, if Cody Connors never said anything and Jake Lucky never said anything, would DrDisrespect ever say anything? Probably not. So is this really accepting responsibility? Is it only because he got found out, or is it because it's the right thing to do in the first place? Because it seems like he's known. I think he's known for 3 years the reason why he was banned, but he didn't say anything back then. I don't know if he could or couldn't have, if there was still an NDA going on over there back then or not. But I can understand why he wouldn't want to say anything back then, even after him finding out. And even if there was no NDA and he could have told us, I understand why he didn't. Anyway, let's continue. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday. And well, let me clarify. By understanding why he didn't say anything ever since he knew the reason, even if he could have said something, like there was no, there's no being no NDA or anything like that. When I say I understand why he didn't, it's because everything that's happening to him now would have happened 3 years ago or much sooner. And the cancel culture would have hit, everything like that would have gone in. People would have been talking about it back then like we are now. But the only thing that, let's say he could have talked about it but chose not to and tried to keep it hidden, it's because he didn't want all that stuff happening, hoping that it wouldn't get out, hoping that he could at least continue to, stream and do his thing and work with Midnight Society and not lose any sponsors or not lose anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by I get it. But let's be real. These allegations are a serious thing. We're gonna finish reading the rest of this, and then we're gonna, talk about if he, depending on what he says in it, we're gonna talk about it. All right, so let's continue now. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society, and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Now, about this, Midnight Society, yes, they made this statement yesterday, but when it's from their statement, it seems like, oh, it went away. From their statement, it seems like they didn't have them step down. It seemed like they more just cut time. Let's just read it. So Midnight Society said, on Friday evening, we became aware of an allegation against one of our co-founders, Guy Beam, aka DrDisrespect. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with parties involved, which is good because innocent until proven guilty is supposed to be how it is. But a lot of times these days, for some reason, at least especially for men, it's guilty until proven innocent. So I'm glad they assumed his innocence before making any judgment calls, and they began speaking with parties involved. So in order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio and individuals, we needed to act. For this reason, we are terminating our relationship with Guy Beam immediately. Okay. While these facts are difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept, it is our duty to act with dignity with dignity on behalf of all individuals involved, especially the 55 developers and families we have employed along with our community of players. Now, this makes it sound more like he just got fired, but because it would have been nice if they, put it the same way as DrDisrespect did and said that they made the decision, or they talked with DrDisrespect and made the painful decision to have him step down. But anyway, it continues. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families, and I never want jeopardize the culture we have carefully crafted. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now, this part, whether or not it's true, obviously it kind of matters, but at the same time, I've already mentioned that, even if he could and didn't want to, I understand why he didn't want to. Doesn't make him more right or wrong, but I just get it. But at the same time, things were gonna come out eventually, and they did. You know, whether or not you're a DrDisrespect fan, me personally, I'm in the neutral. I'm a fan of his. I'm not someone who dislikes him. I'm not a hater either. But when something like this is being is a cause for why you were kicked out, then yeah, I think people deserve to know, or why you were banned from Twitch. If you could have told us before, then people should have known before, and let those same people make the decision if they want to still be a fan of his or not. Anyway, now that two former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Boom, there it is. That's it. He was texting a minor back in 2017. No, that's not acceptable. It's not good. Were the real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely no, or not. Okay. These were casual mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Okay, so that's a huge issue right there. This whole statement. All right. So yes, he was texting a minor back in 2017. Whether or not, hold on, let me get back to that part. Yes, he was texting a minor back in 2017. And these were casual mutual conversations that sometimes leaned to too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. That doesn't matter, because apparently he was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. And whether let's see, where was I going with it? Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. You could say that, but there's a lot of people who also have had individual messages with individual minors who got caught and said they had no intention to do anything. For instance, predator comes to watch Shrek with young girl, gets busted instead. By Skeeter Jean.
So you came to get your dragon eggs off, did you?
Nothing. I did not.
Can you have a seat? You weren't doing anything? Can you just have a seat right there for me, sir? Sir, if you could just...
I understand. I'm not trying to do anything.
Sir, if you could just have a... If you could have a seat, please.
Yes, please.
Right over here, if you could come over to the couch,
yes,
please.
Yep. I wasn't trying to do nothing.
And,
I wasn't gonna...
okay, just keep your hands out of your pockets and have a seat, please.
Yep, sir.
So...
I knew that I was not trying to do anything with no one younger than me.
Okay.
I'm not trying to start nothing. Not trying to do anything.
Okay.
I just...
Do you have any idea that I can see?
That's all I wanted to say, like, about that part. Like, a lot of people who get caught say there was no real intention behind it, or that they weren't trying to do anything. Am I saying that Doc had intentions? No, I'm not saying that, because he's not saying that. Am I saying that there are people who have also messaged minors who also got caught, who also said that they had no intention of doing anything or weren't trying to do anything with a minor? Yes, I am saying that there are other people who got caught and said that the same thing that he did. That's what I'm saying. Am I saying Doc is a pred or in the same boat? Well, that's for you to decide. Anyway, let's continue. Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared. No crimes were committed. Okay, that's good, right? Technically, but it still doesn't change the fact that you messaged a minor and sometimes your conversation leaned a little towards being inappropriate. That still does not change. So he's still in the wrong. I'm not defending him. He should be, well, he should have been banned, and he was. Yes, action was taken against him. That is, if more action gets taken against him, like it, then he deserved it as well. So we continue. I never even met the individual, but apparently you were planning to meet up at TwitchCon. Also, with this, let me finish this paragraph first. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. Good for you. But you still messaged a minor, and the conversation leaned inappropriate from time to time, apparently. So that's still in the wrong. Doesn't matter. Now, what I wanted to go back to here in this paragraph and talk about is that when he first released this this post, this word minor was here, and then right here, see where the Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017. That's how it was originally, and then he went and removed the word minor, and then it read as where their Twitch whisper messages with an individual back in 2017. And then a lot of people that were live streaming caught on to that, and they were like, well, hey. And I don't know if that prompted him or whatever, but either way, it wasn't gonna make him look good, especially since apparently you can go back and read the edits. And so he went back and put it back in saying, and now it's back in saying individual minor. Let me see here. Yep. Here's the original one where it says individual minor. And then here's the edit where it says just individual messages with an individual back in 2017. And then here again is the current one where it says individual minor. So that, I mean, it's not a good look. Like, that's all I wanted to point out about that part. It's not a good look at all. So he continues. Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. Is it just because, again, like I said before, is it just because you got caught? Or were you planning to take responsibility the moment you could talk about it, even if someone didn't say anything? I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. So this right here makes me think that she messaged him first. If something like that happens and you don't know how old they are right off the bat, the moment you find out, stop talking to them, or just be like, since he also is married with children, if they said, "Hey, I really love your streams," say thanks and then stop. That's all. You don't need to continue the conversation. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid. Again, are you owning it now because you were caught, or were you planning to talk about it the moment you could talk about it, if once all NDAs and things, if any that were still in act, ended? Now with all this said, don't get it fucking mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. I don't know if it's loose, if it's, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, social media is a destruction zone. I'm no fucking predator or pedophile. Okay. That part is, I don't know about that part, because there are, if you commit an act that a certain group of people commit, that makes you one of those people. If you kill someone, you're a murderer. If you steal, you're a thief. If you message a minor, does that not make you a predator, or at least a predator? If you message a minor and the conversation sometimes leans to being inappropriate, if you message a minor, does that not make you a predator? Especially when the conversations sometimes lean to being inappropriate. would that not make you a predator or a pedophile? Again, if you kill someone, you're a murderer. If you steal, you're a thief. If you hack, you're a hacker. If you stream, you're a streamer. If you message a minor and the messages sometimes lean towards being inappropriate, does that not make you a predator or a pedophile? I'm legitimately asking you guys. Let me know in the comments below. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me fucking knows where I stand on those things. But those types of people, fuck that. That's a different level of disgust that I fucking hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Okay? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Hey man, I get it. There's a lot of preds and pedos that don't want to be labeled, or and S offenders that don't want to have the label of pred, pedo, or S offenders. But you know what? They did the thing. They did the thing that people in that category of people do, and that's why they gained that label. You can't just because you don't want that label doesn't mean you shouldn't be labeled that. But I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. To my team, community, industry, friends that have supported me, I apologize. I wish I could have said all this sooner. You guys have always showed me and my family love and support throughout all these years. We love you guys like you can't imagine. I have the fucking best community and circle. If any of this has made you uncomfortable, I get it. You don't have to support me anymore, but just know that you have always been greatly appreciated. But trust me when I say this, to all my haters that live and breathe the social media with zero real life experience, I don't give a fuck about you. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine. But I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made the mistakes all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family as mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear? Yeah, fucking right. Now, can we say at least he apologized to his, community, friends, the people he was working with, Midnight Society? At least he apologized to them. But still, he did what he did. If you want to forgive him, you can. I have no stake in this game. Like I said, I'm not a fan, but I'm also not a hater. I'm just showing you what we have here. And if we go into the comments, TLDR Doc claims innocence from pedophile accusations, confirms he's got a tiny bit freaky with a 17-year-old, and whispers, but nothing criminal was shared. This was brought up in the lawsuit and settled. Thanks all fans and tells haters he doesn't give a fuck about them. Pretty much so. That's pretty much what happened. You are still canceled in my hood. Okay, fair enough. Bro, deleting the old tweet isn't gonna make this any better. Yeah, that's when he wait, is he talking about the edit that he did? Nick Merckx, Admin Merckx, tell your buddy to leave the kids alone. This shit just had 1,020 minutes. What's the edit? Release the messages. That's what I want. Release the messages. Let us see what was going on. Let us see who was initiating what and how they were initiating what. Obviously, it doesn't matter because he admitted to messaging a minor, and sometimes those messages got inappropriate or leaned towards being inappropriate. So it doesn't matter. And yes, this is right. He completely admitted it. Let's see. I like Doc and his content, but unless you were lied to about their age, which I feel like he would have mentioned, I don't see how. These were casual and mutual conversations that sometimes led to led too much into the direction of being inappropriate helps your case, man. I agree with this as well. Unless you were lied to, unless they first said that they were 19, 20, 21, 18, 19, 20, 21, and then you later found out they were actually underage. Yeah, it doesn't really help. This me looking at all the tweet edits. And then of course DrDisrespect POV. Oh no. Is he wearing the same glasses too though? Was that edited in, or is that how it originally was? Were the real intentions behind these messages? Absolutely not. Again, that's what a lot of people, you know, that do this, that get caught doing the same thing, say. I wasn't trying to do. I wasn't going to.
Just keep your hands out of your pockets and have a seat, please.
Yep, sir.
So
I knew that I was not trying to do anything with no one younger than me.
I knew, but I was not trying to do anything with no one younger than me. They always say that. So many words just to say you are texting a minor inappropriately. Editing minor in and out of the statement is wild. How many times are you going to edit the word minor in and out? You see, people caught on to that. He edited out minor, got called on it, and then edited back in. Quite the apology when you're still trying to skirt responsibility. It's a good way to put it. There's a good way to put it. To be honest, you should have been banned for using Twitch whisper messages in general. Yeah, I had inappropriate message with a kid, and apparently that makes me some kind of pervert now. Yes. Yeah. This is probably to him trying to say that he's not a pedo or a predator. Well, again, if you kill someone, you're a murderer. If you steal, you're a thief. If you message a minor and sometimes those messages lead towards being inappropriate, are you not a pred or a pedo? I got caught before I did anything illegal with a minor. Someone did right. that's okay. That also works. Sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but there's no but needed, bro. We get it. Right. So anyway, you get it. You see what's going on, and yeah, this seems like it's the end of the DrDisrespect allegations. Now everybody knows why he was banned from or perma-banned from Twitch. Looks like he plans to take an extended vacation with his family and come back. But you know, will he have an audience to come back to? In these same comments that we were just reading, I did see some people trying to say, I knew you were innocent. And I did see some people trying to say that, you know, they still rock with him. So he still has some, you know, hardcore loyal fans that just want to put their head in the dirt and are waiting for his return. But so when he does return, will he have more of an audience for like the first stream than he usually does, or will he have less of an audience? Who knows? Are you still going to support Doc, or are you not going to support Doc? Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, it seems like he even admitted it, and he is, yeah, he's gonna take an extended vacation and apparently plans to come back. But hey, who knows what's gonna happen? We'll see what happens when he comes back, how people will respond. Personally, like I said, I was never really a fan of him. I was never really a hater of him. So I'm kind of in the middle. I'm chilling, but I'm not gonna I'm gonna continue doing what I've been doing, not really messing with them anyway. I'm gonna continue not being a fan and not being a hater. But anyway, that's it for this video. And seems like that's it for this DrDisrespect issue or situation for now. So as always, well, we also still don't know who the minor was. No one has ever come forward saying anything, and that's probably for the best. But anyway, that's all for this. So as always, you know what it is. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for. Wait, that's the wrong outro. Shit, what's my YouTube outro? You know what it is. In case I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace and much love to you.